Oh my god. I can't even begin to tell you how stressful the past few weeks have been. I think as you get older, the way your body responds to stress also changes. And instead of having a kind of a pleasant panic, sorry about that plane noise, but anyway, instead of having this kind of pleasant panic about the things that you have to do and a kind of a lovely expectation, your body seems to go straight into a kind of a flight or fight response, which is, what I've been struggling with the past couple of weeks. But anyway, I'm trying very hard to get over this and to try and enjoy the beginnings or the coming of dry weather with sunnier skies, and this kind of blue, well, I'm actually showing you some dark clouds, aren't I? But anyway, bluer skies basically. Alright, so let me see what's up and blooming in the garden. So these are my containers for this year. I've got these square containers that I keep on either side of this back entrance. So this year, late spring, they got planted up with this. Oh, what is this? I think I keep forgetting what this is. This kind of grey coloured leaf. Oh yes, it's a helichrysum, I think. Yes, and I've got some red dioecias, and this is an apple blossom diocese. There is a purple pansy that just came in a pack of 6. They're all slightly different. I've kept it still. I had a blue lobelia right in the middle. I was away for a couple of weeks right at the beginning of summer, and the pot dried out and the lobelia never recovered from that dry spell. And you can see the similar container on the other side, which still has vestiges, I'd say, of that blue lobelia. And then things that really suffered, I suppose, over the course of last year, really, not particularly this year, are the conifers. I think I am not used to growing them, and I didn't realize that they had dried out in that very dry spring last year. And then they were fine over winter, and then just suddenly shed all of their needles this spring. I actually thought that this blue spruce wouldn't make it, but actually it put back some growth at the tips, so I'm going to keep it and see how it does over the next year or so. I think it might recover, actually. I don't mind. I don't mind it having empty bare branches till then. I've just taken out this hydrangea, which was completely in the shade, and just put it out in the sun. I'm not convinced that this is the best position for it, because it does get these sort of dried up patches, but I think again this has really suffered by being in the shade. It's really pot bound. It's something that I need to work on this summer. Oh yes, special mention must be made of this beautiful thalictrum, actually, that is just shot up and provides these beautiful little purpley flowers, very airy. Okay, and on this side we just have a lone agapanthus, which is just shot up from this pot. I didn't realize what this was. Again, this is in the shade. It's been left behind by whoever had looked after this garden before. I thought it was an iris, but actually what came out was an agapanthus. I'll try and divide them and then repot some of them so that this also does well. Again, a project for the rest of summer. There's nothing too amazing to see here. Well, this echinops is kind of got one flower, and then I've got a gladiolus. I still need to kind of work on this planter that I have got going. So just going through the gate. This Sanguisoba, I think, is just going over. There's a few more blooms still to come, so I'll wait for those. The roses, they did suffer quite a bit with that unpredictable heat wave that happened when I was away. They are all a bit crispy, but they are beginning to put on fresh growth. So when I came back, I waited for the dry leaves to fall. Then some more leaves turned yellow, and then they also fell. And then I fed them and watered them, and now they're putting on some fresh growth. There's, nothing too much to see here right now. Just a few blooms that are being sort of spat out. I think the Vanessa Bell actually is in the middle of a flush, but yeah, they're not really spectacular. Actually, my roses haven't been spectacular yet in the season for me. What I think does look good, well, until a few days ago, was this planter. So this guy I kind of plant up in like random color combinations. So this year I went for this red Mimula, red and yellow. There's this double pink Calibrachoa. There's Dusty Miller and the pansy from that pack of 6. There's another one. So anyway, those guys are growing. I think, it's still yet to fully get going. I will water this. I will sort of fertilize this, and I think in a couple of weeks we should be okay. I don't know what is self-seeded in here. I might actually pop up some of these seedlings. This might actually be Mimula, but I'm not sure, or pansy. I don't know. It's really cool. It's really cool that things have seeded inside. Like, there's millions of seedlings. I don't know why it's not picking up on camera. Yeah, it's nice to see. And this is a Creeping Jenny. It's just one plant that I had in this container last year. It's kind of spread itself, it trails down, and then it'll root itself everywhere. So that's how it's kind of gone on to the bottom tier as well. Yeah, and there's more pansies. I've cut back the Gypsophila because it had set seed with that dry spell. More blue lobelia, and this is a pink erigeron in here. It's really only beginning to get going this year. It's a perennial, and it it'll hopefully, I can hopefully get another plant out of this, so I can put it out in the front garden. I think this is a Silene. Yeah, so that's also flowering. I have another similar looking plant in here, but I'm completely forgetting the name of it. This is a double impatiens. So that spot, as you can see, is quite shady, and I didn't know what to do with it, but actually this impatiens doesn't really care. It kind of stretches a bit and keeps blooming. This is called, I think it's called Glimmer Apple Blossom. It's very pretty. I generally don't like impatiens because the only varieties that I had seen were like the single ones with I don't know, this bright orange or yellow which I'm not too particularly fond of. But anyway, these are really very pretty, as you can see. And there's a rose campion. My peas are just teasing me. The sweet peas, I mean. I've been waiting for a blossom in like forever, but it just keeps teasing me. Anyway, I'll believe it when I see the actual blossom, right? Oh, it's very annoying. Nothing else to write home about, really. I've got some calendula at the bottom. They're completely mildewed. It was so strange because after that initial heat wave, I think there was some rain, and then after that rainy spell, it just suddenly became warm, and within a day, all of these plants became mildewed. It's really very strange. And it was not just in this garden, it was everywhere. Everywhere I saw, smoke bushes, various things are just mildewed. Anyway, so what you're looking at right now is the foxglove seeds, which I'm going to cut off like so, and then I'll hold a bottle or something, like a plastic bottle or something, and then tip it over so that the seeds get collected. I'm sure hoping that some of them have self-seeded already. I'm thinking that some of the seedlings here might be foxglove. Anyway, who knows, yeah? All right. Oh yes, one final swing around to show you my tomatoes. And that's a daylily like blooming secretly in the corner, in my wildlife corner. But anyway, these are my tomatoes. Just flowers yet, not no fruit yet. But we shall live in hope. Shall we? We shall live in hope. And that's it for today. See you soon.